There's a new app out there that was created to alert people of sightings of ICE in their neighborhoods, and MAGA is not at all happy about it. It was created by an individual named Joshua Aaron, and here he is describing the app and its intent.
When I saw what was happening in this country, I wanted to do something to fight back.
Joshua Aaron developed ICEBlock. It's a free, crowdsourced app that alerts users when immigration and customs enforcement agents are spotted within a 5-mile radius of their location.
So imagine if you're walking down the street and a notification comes up on your device that says ICE has been spotted 4 blocks ahead. Instead of continuing down that path, you can turn left or turn around and avoid the situation altogether. The app was designed to inform, not obstruct. It's important to remind people that let's report the sightings. Let's get people away from those areas so they can protect themselves and their communities. But let's not obstruct what's happening right now.
Yeah, look, they're gonna try to make him out to be, and in fact, they are already trying to make him out to be like an Antifa radical trying to ruin law enforcement, but he sounds so reasonable there. He's totally right. If there's some sort of raid, what if you're a good MAGA person, okay? And you love ICE, you support ICE, you think, you know what, set fire to your future and your retirement if that's what it takes to get rid of every Guatemalan in America. That's how committed you are to this. But you're very worried about Antifa and their acts of unbearable violence against ICE. Well, then wouldn't you want to know where ICE is so you could avoid Antifa? Totally reasonable. It's not about obstructing anything. It's about not getting caught up in something. Like if it might involve roadblocks, it might involve an area. Like there's plenty of totally justifiable reasons to have this app. And as a side effect, if it alerts some people to not go into that area for other reasons, oopsie doopsie. That's what I would say. Again, I didn't make the app or whatever, but that's my view and that's his view of why he did it. It currently, by the way, has 20,000 users, a lot of them in LA because LA has constant ICE raids at this point. I learn about most of them from the Instagram stories of Abelina Sabrina, but there's a lot of ways you can learn about it, and ICEBlock is one of those. And so ICE is, of course, not happy about this. The acting director, Todd Lyons, released a statement criticizing CNN's report on it and saying that ICEBlock, quote, basically paints a target on federal law enforcement officers' backs and that officers and agents are already facing a 500% increase in assaults. And wow. You might, if that's the first time you've heard that number, then you might be amazed by that. And you might wonder, what's it based on? Well, what ICE is doing there is they're citing it because DHS has said it, because ICE has said it, because Karoline Leavitt has said it, because ICE said it, because DHS said it. It's nobody knows what it's actually directly in reference to, but it is designed to get you to shut the hell up and accept whatever secret police BS they want to engage in. So you are already being told, be fine with the fact that their faces are always covered. Again, vote of confidence for the legality and morality of what they're doing, but then also you don't even get to know when they're gonna be in the area at this point. Does that sound like the way law enforcement should work in a constitutional democracy? Of course not. But the regime wants you to comply. So here is Karoline Leavitt to deliver the regime's message on this.
Given the rise, I believe 500% increase in assaults on ICE agents, I wanted to see if you could comment on that and why CNN would be promoting such an app.
Well, it's a very good question. I'll have to go back and watch the clip myself, but surely it sounds like this would be an incitement of further violence against our ICE officers. As you know, as you stated, there's been a 500% increase in violence against ICE agents, law enforcement officers across the country who are just simply trying to do their jobs and remove public safety threats from our communities. And that's something we as Americans, including journalists at CNN who live in many of these cities where illegal aliens are hiding and were let in from the previous administration, should be very grateful for. So we haven't seen the clip. We'll take a look at it, but certainly it's unacceptable that a major network would promote such an app that is encouraging violence against law enforcement officers who are trying to keep our country safe.
Yeah, this is just, again, state media, both sides of it. Obviously, her job is to be a paid liar, but look at the coordination between her and the member of the media. Will you comment on the 500% increase in violence? Isn't CNN fake news? Shouldn't they perhaps be shut down? Then Karoline Leavitt's like, yes, as you cite, there has been a 500% increase in violence. Again, cite it, cite where you got that information from. I know that there has been an increase in violence. I don't dispute that. 11 people have already died in ICE detention under Donald Trump, and it's outpacing prior administrations going back to the George W. Bush administration. So yes, there has been violence, and I've seen here in LA, I've seen ICE and the Marines and all of that, the National Guard trampling people with their horses and shooting people with rubber bullets. Weird that they don't mention any of that. The violence is only ever in one direction. And so it's just propaganda. Stephen Miller, tweeting in regard to libs of TikTok saying this, CNN is openly helping invaders and insurrectionists sabotage ICE. Why are they insurrectionists? Because he's okay with the insurrection his side did. And so it has to both sides. What's the insurrection? They literally don't know. They literally don't say. By the way, libs of TikTok in that tweet that he referenced says, ICE agents face a 500% increase in assault and threats. Let's all just repeat it and hope that everyone will say it and nobody will look into it. That's what they're doing. And so there are actually people being injured. There are actually people being killed. They don't give a damn about that. And this ICE effort that they want you to be more angry at some dude releasing an app that just provides transparency on raids than you should be about your city being invaded by the National Guard, by the Marines, who have been deputized illegally against the Constitution to exercise arrest power on American soil. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about the authoritarianism anyway. Worry about that coder and his app. Don't worry about the fact that when you ask Tom Homan about the fact that so many people, an unprecedented number, are dying in ICE detention, he effectively says, yeah, people die. People die in ICE custody. People die in county jail. People die in state prisons, whatever. People die, doesn't matter. Moving on in my life, I'm gonna go get lunch. That's how heartless and cruel this administration is. Not by accident, by design. That's what we should actually care about here.